Looking for a compact, family-sized, full electric model with zero emissions and the rapid responses characteristic of today's EVs? Here's the most affordable option you could consider, the MG ZS EV. It's an SUV, it's sensibly priced, and it's well equipped. If ultimate driving range capacity isn't a top priority and you're buying on a budget, you might rather like it.
The ZS EV is powered by a 44.5 kilowatt-hour water-cooled lithium-ion battery, which has a WLTP-rated driving range certified at 163 miles. A couple of years back, that would have been quite creditable, but these days, comparable family EVs are routinely able to deliver well over 200 miles from a single charge. Mind you, those cars will be considerably more expensive than this one and are typically less spacious inside. It all comes down to what your priorities are. As with most EVs, this one should feel sprightly away from rest, courtesy of the fact that all of its drive torque, that's 353 Newton meters of it, is generated immediately from the get-go. There's 105 kilowatts of power, equivalent to 143 PS, and the 62 mile an hour benchmark is dispatched in just 8.5 seconds, though there's a rather limited top speed of just 87 miles an hour. At the wheel, instead of the usual gear stick, you select drive from a rotary gear selector, which allows you to switch between 3 gears, drive, neutral and reverse. In front of this is a KERS button, which allows you to switch between 3 levels of brake energy recovery, or turn the recovery system completely off. To the right of the KERS button is another one for battery information, via which you can access an energy flow monitor, electrical information and a range display, though that'll obviously be affected by the way that you drive the car. The way that you can use this MG EV in a day-to-day manner will be influenced a lot by the driving mode that you select. There's another button for that. That's to the left of the KERS button. You've got a choice of Eco, Normal or Sport driving modes. Some would number this car amongst the more stylish family sector EV models you can buy. Just over 4.3 metres in length, it's an SUV sized somewhere between the smaller crossover class, think Renault Captur, Nissan Juke, and the larger family-sized crossover segment, think Nissan Qashqai, Kia Sportage. You get roof rails and smart 17-inch alloy wheels. In this electric form, the ZS sports a revised Star Rider style front grille to frame its brand's famous octagonal company logo. In fact, it's that logo that slides out rather flimsily to reveal the plug-in points. At the rear, there's a subtle roof spoiler and the crossover segment's obligatory lower silvered plastic skid plate. Once you get through the cabin doors, you're greeted with a spacious interior, though one with material quality not quite the equal of what you'd find from more established brands. Still, MG has tried hard with a range of 3D shapes, metallic and chrome finishes, and faux leather upholstery on this top exclusive spec model. There's a decently large 8-inch centre dash infotainment display too, with smartphone mirroring and navigation. And a further small colour display sits between the 2 analogue dials in the instrument binnacle. With small crossovers, it's usually on the rear seat that you're reminded of their Super Mini origins. Not in this case. This car is slightly wider and longer than typical small SUVs, and that really pays dividends here. In fact, MG claims that the kind of room on offer in the back of a ZS is much more comparable with the kind of space you get from a Qashqai class family hatch-based SUV from the next class up. And there's some truth in that. Let's finish with a look at the boot. Its 448-litre total capacity is exactly the same as you get in a combustion engine ZS, which, to give you some class perspective, is a figure around 60 litres higher than you get from most normal compact SUVs. There's no bag hooks or 12-volt sockets, but you do get a corner compartment on either side and a little bit of space under the floor, though most of that is filled up with the charging leads. If you push forward the 60-40 split rear bench, then up to 1,100 litres of extra space can be freed up. Charging the ZS EV is straightforward thanks to its combined CCS and Type 2 port mounted within the front grille for easy access from either side of the car. The CCS plug is an enhanced version of the Type 2 plug with 2 additional power contacts for the purposes of quick charging and supports AC and DC charging power outlets. Featuring rapid charging capability, the ZS EV can charge from 0 to 80% in 40 minutes from a 50 kilowatt charging station, if you can find one. At home, the car can recharge itself using a standard 7 kilowatt wall box in just 6 hours. Overnight charging's easy, in other words. In emergencies, the car can also be charged via a standard 3-pin plug. As with all MG models, you also get one of the longest fully transferable warranties in its class, a 7-year, 80,000 mile package being standard across both variants. Now, we've been waiting to see just how affordable a family-sized full EV model can be, and in the form of this ZS EV, MG has delivered here a typically tightly priced package. Is it the best car in the sector? No. Is it the best really affordable model in the class? Absolutely yes. MG has just taken another big step forward.